Hi guys, it's Jeanette with Backroom Creations. How are you? Hope everybody's having a good night. I am the last of the presenters in our event tonight. I know the hubby and the granddaughter were like, what, 10 o'clock? Because it's 10 o'clock my time. I am in the Eastern time zone. So when you jump on in, if you're not seeing that little red live button, that means you're watching the replay. Put hashtag replay. Let me know that you're stopped by. Hi, Patty on YouTube. Hi, Miss Tracy. Let me know if you can hear me because we had a little technical difficulty, but the screen should be bigger. And hi, Linda. How are you? So I haven't got to catch very many of the presenters today, so I'll have some stuff to watch this weekend. But from what I was seeing, there was a lot of cute and pretty projects. Tonight, we're just going to do, not just, but we're going to do, I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It was $12.99, but I never pay full price for the wood stuff, so it was probably 40% off. But it's got the little half beads around, which I really love. And I'm going to leave this, I think I'm going to leave the string on it because beads would be like too much. So we're just going to leave that string on. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling me out to all your favorite places so we can get some more friends. But here is, listen, my printer does not like, I have a really good, nice printer, and it does not like rice paper or mulberry paper or any kind of non-copy paper. So, that looks weird down there. Okay. Am I looking okay and sounding okay for everybody? I hope so. Because on my phone it looks okay. Go ahead and let me know if everything is hunky-dory. I'm looking at my TV so I can read the comments. I need to move it back down. I hadn't been using it. But sounds good. Great. Thank you so much, Linda. So I made this little graphic here. It says Farm Sweet Farm. And it's just got a picture of a barn in the back. Thanks, honey. And then I put a couple trees on the side. So I did rip it. And then it crinkled up, because I had water on it. I've tried, Patty on YouTube says, wonder if you attach construction paper to it for something to grab onto. So I've tried the tissue paper. I ironed the tissue paper and I taped it to copy paper, and like half of them would go through, but not all of them. I think I have a really nice printer. My husband bought me a really nice laser printer, but I don't know. I'm just going to go with it. So we're just using regular copy paper. Now this copy paper is the heavier. It's the heaviest kind you can get at Walmart. I'm not sure what the poundage is, but Floyd likes it for doing the invoices and stuff that we send with our packages. So this was already, I want to say whitewashed or something because it's got paint on it, but I want to take these off. So I just used the little heat tool. Did I unplug myself? Oh, there we go. I might have unplugged myself, so we're just going to heat up the sticker. Hi, Mary Claire. Glad to see you. So today was my last day at my center where I work, the home centers, buildings. So now we are consolidated with one up north, and I get to drive 40 minutes to work. But at least I still have a job. And they gave me a raise for having to transfer. So, hey, Deanne, how are you? So the stickers came off really well. I just use a little, it's a little razor blade on a handle. That makes it nice. You can The razor blade's getting dull, but anyway. So that's a little sticky. I'll take that off later. Hi, Pamela. Because I'm not going to paint the back. And like this was already whitewashed, so I think I'm going to leave it that way because we are going to distress the edges of our paper. We're just jumping on it. It says Farm Sweet Farm. I designed that last night. I tried to print it on rice or mulberry paper, and my printer just don't like it. So I did tear it pretty much. Got a couple little spots I need to tear off. I hope everybody's having a good evening. It was a pretty nice weather today here in Ohio. But tomorrow's supposed to rain. I'm like, really? My hands are not dirty. They've got wax on them. I was painting some other stuff. So I just tore that a little bit. And then once I get it to fit, a little bit more on this end. So the theme today has been Farm Sweet Farm, Home Sweet Farm. I've seen some piggies and I've seen some cows. My last two projects I've done would have fit right in. Okay, so what we're going to do with the edges of this, since I tore it, it's got the little ragged edge, we're going to use some Distress Oxide. I don't want black. I have a vintage photo. What else I got in here? Oh, I got a squeegee. I think we'll just take the vintage photo. I don't have a whole lot of these. And I like the little brushes. You can get those at Joann's. I want to get some of the daubers though. I have a friend that he has all kinds of different colors of the Distress Oxide. And then he has a container of daubers that he has put little labels on the lid. Gary Fruget from Crafter's Dude. But he does amazing cards. He's got all kinds of colors. I don't need all kinds of colors. Some colors are nice. I got a black. And then I got the little itty bitty ones. You can just take them and run them across some paper. I see Miss Tracy's ham. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hope your craft sales have been going good. I've been seeing all your photos. You know, a lot of people in the community are I won't say a lot, but some are like they don't want to share. They don't want to enjoy everybody's success. And we definitely do. So Michelle and Deanne both I have met and stayed all night in a hotel or Airbnb with. Had a good old time in Texas and Louisiana. Okay, so I just did a little Distress Oxide around. We're still going to play a little bit on it to tone down the white in it. I'll just take this over it just a little bit. It's been slow, boo. Yeah. The store's been open for 3 weeks now, and I sold 2 wreaths and a couple little wall hangers. Hoping people bought carrots this week because I made quite a few. Okay, I'll just put some brown in there just to kind of tone down that white. Leave that out in case I need it. These are, if you guys have seen me grab these, they're clear, they're plastic. I bought them at Walmart like 4 years ago for 50 cents. They were clearancing them out, and they have been the most fantastic thing to keep things in. I have some little ones. I have some big ones. Okay, so I don't think, I might do a little more. I want to brighten this up just a tad. I want to brighten it up so I can dingy it up. Does that sound right? Okay. And your chalk paint, you know, if it gets too thick on you, just add some distilled water. Make sure it's distilled. Mine got pretty thick on me last week, and I had to put some water in there. Is everybody getting tired? Of course, I know most of you that I know are at least 1 hour behind me. I'm usually up. I'm usually like, well, it depends if it's during the week. I've been staying up till 10, but I'm going to have to start going to bed earlier because I'll have a 40-minute drive. Plus, depends if I hit traffic. We sold a lot of Valentine's Day in January. I was super surprised by that. Still hoping to get a few more Fiesta sales. It starts mid-April. I seen you were starting to make some. What did I sell the other day? Oh, I sold a Christmas sign the other day. I'm like, Christmas, hey, whatever floats your boat. Now, these were like sanded off on the top, which we may go back and do, but I wanted it a little bit more brighter. This is kind of a dingy white. I'm not putting a really thick coat on it. I never do much Valentine's Day just because my shop's not open. But I'm starting to get stuff in my new Etsy. Been making a lot of rag balls. And my cat loves my styrofoam balls and my strips of fabric. So when we went into the stores that we sell in here in town, one is called Alley Cats Marketplace. And their little cat, of course, is their logo, motto, whatever. And when we joined them, they gave us a little stuffed cat. It sits on top of the back of the printer. Well, Lucy, the little demon kitten, because we have cameras in the house, got up there and chomped on the neck, and away she went with the little stuffed kitten. Got its little ribbon collar off. I swear that. Last night, she just walked right across me. I was asleep about 5 o'clock this morning. I'm like, Lucy. She's got so much energy. I wish I had like this much energy that she's got. Because that cat just goes. I said, we need to give her some Valium or something. Hi, Denise. Thank you. So we just brighten that up a little bit. And then we can dingy it up. Isn't that the way it goes? Okay. So I put real thin layers on it, so it shouldn't be wet. We're going to get our Mod Podge out. And I threw my chippy brush away because it was getting old and dilapidated. I'll have to get some out of the other room. Do I have one down in here? No. Okay. Ooh, that one needs to be in some alcohol. Here we go. If your brushes get too wet, I say it every time I paint, or not wet, but if they get too stiff, like you couldn't get all the paint out of it, put it in some 91% alcohol and bang it around and soften it up, but then rinse it out, because if the alcohol gets up here and just sits, it'll get your bristles out. But it does help get that something black on there, either in there or on there. We'll cover it up. But it does help break up that dried paint or whatever. It saved some of my brushes before. So I'm hoping this doesn't bubble, because like I said, it's just printer paper. We got a little roller, and we got okay. Let's get her on here the way I want it. Oh, go back up. So you can take a little squeegee, an old credit card. Now I'm just going to pull that glue is going to come out from behind it, because either air or too much glue is what makes your paper bubble. And, a roller helps, but one of these, as long as it's not sharp and won't tear your paper. This is how I normally do my little blocks. And that Distress Oxide will make it smear a little bit, but it's okay. What's everybody doing for Easter this year? I'm going to top some more of that off. We're not doing nothing. My husband said he's going to work tomorrow. So let's go over this again. This is like, oh, it's a Mod Podge one. I got it with something. My husband brought me some home from work. These little little squeegees. I forget what they used them for at work. Family's coming to your house, Patty? Well, my daughter got diagnosed with MS, and she's very ill. And someone just died in her husband's family. So things were a little chaotic at her house. See if I can get that up. Come on, tear. When you want something to tear, it won't. Thank you, Tracy. She's been through a lot. Well, she's been through a lot. She's got intracranial hypertension. Her brain thinks she has a tumor, but she don't. And then this year they found out she's got MS. And Patty, she just went to the MS Institute in Columbus. 35, Carolyn. And he wants to do some tests, some CAT scans, some MRIs to make sure, because she's got lesions all the way up and down her spine. So he wants to know what he's dealing with before he prescribes anything for her. So, but she was really happy with the doctor. She just went there day before yesterday. So, she doesn't like a whole lot of doctors. But when it comes to health, she's been dealt a bad hand. She's had 3 shunts in her head. Okay, so I think we got this all down. Oops, there we go. So you see how it's dark around here? So now we're gonna help blend that in a little bit. Thanks, Michelle. And then she got an aide. See, I work in a durable medical equipment, so we got her a shower chair. We got her a rollator, which is like a little pushy cart. It's got a seat on it. The doctor was going to give her just a walker, and I'm like, call your doctor and tell me you want a rollator. And we got her a wheelchair, and they're coming to build her ramp very soon. Oh, wow. I know I've got some stuff going on in my spine, so she's like, I think you have it too. And I'm like, I have an MRI about every 18 months just to see what's going on in there. Okay, so I think we got this down good. That one, little bump right there. And you want to do this when your glue is wet so you can pull that glue out. I think that's just a little bump in the wood. Hi, Giselle. How you doing? So, my boss is like, all this happening, and then they shut down our branch of the business, and offered me a raise and a job up north, about 45 minutes. My current boss was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "Figure it out. That's what we do. We figure it out." Okay. So now I want to take some Howard dark wax. Went the wrong way. I love this stuff. This is what I've been putting on all kinds of things. So like this was a silver platter, just like you find. I found it in the thrift store, and I painted it with the blue country chalk paste, and then I put the dark wax on it, and it looks so pretty. The wax gets down in all those grooves. Oh, does he, Tabitha? That's nice. Yeah, she's a go-getter. She's a real advocate for herself. She got on with her insurance company and was, because she's so young, she had to go through a waiver program to get help. But she did it. She got it through. So, excuse me, my mouth is dry. Okay, I got a big honker brush, a little waxing brush. It's not little, it's big. Maybe we'll use the smaller one. I got a smaller one too. This one came from Walmart. This one came from Joann's. So where all my half beads are, we definitely want some wax in those spots. And if it gets too dark, we'll go straight back over it with a little bit of white. But we'll put it on, we'll wax on, and then wax off. Look at that, it ends up dingy again. So I'm just going to put some wax here. And this stuff really seals. Thank you, Tabitha. I appreciate it. Her name's Chelsea. I love this stuff. Howard's makes a light wax too. And I'm going to get some. But my husband made us some clear wax. He uses his harder for like his cutting boards and stuff. And so I just put more mineral oil in it. But that's what I waxed my little cow tray. Hey, Lori! So I waxed this earlier. I made this the other night. It's a little cow tray. Hi, Shelly! So my husband makes board wax out of white beeswax and mineral oil, and then I just put more mineral oil in it, and then it makes it all nice and soft. His is pretty hard because that's what he needs, but I wanted something a little softer. And then we just buy those bags of rags at Lowe's or Menards. Did you get the light wax? Yeah, I'm gonna get some. So I know I painted this white, and now I'm grunging it up, but that's just how it goes. So you can have it as dark as you want, but I love this wax. It's nice and soft. Oops, got a paper towel. But these are basically, they look like the material of wife, they call them wife beaters, little tank tops that guys wear. Yes, it is, Tabitha. I started crafting about 40, well, I've always crafted, but I started doing lives and stuff about 4 years ago. Started as a wreath maker. Still make wreaths. I just like to do everything. And that's why I have 2 craft rooms. It's 2 storage units. Now this color is a little bit different off than the Distress Oxide. It's darker, but it's okay. Now to get this down in here, we might have to like pound it a little bit. And it does take a couple days, like when I wax something, it does take probably 3 days to like completely cure. Oh, that's okay, Mary Claire. I know I'm on late tonight, but thank you so much. You have a good Easter, Mary Claire. I'm just trying to get it in between the grooves. Oh, I know why that's not wanting to stick there. I put Mod Podge there. I'll have to ask Floyd. He went over, hon. They're always. I can only go over on Saturdays. I know. Well, do you have any? Do you have some carrots in there? If they didn't sell, we'll have to pull out our Easter. So I'm just gonna dab that where that wax was, because that's why it all pulled off. If you want, see how it sticks down in the grooves. It's really nice. I might have to get a. Where's one of my cheap brushes? Get a little cheap brush to get down in them holes. So I love Barnes. That's what the picture is. Ooh, got a fingerprint on it. Okay. But I love old Barnes. Love the wood in them too. So I'm just trying to get that down in there because you don't want it to look like you didn't do your job. So there's not really a whole lot to this project tonight, but sometimes the simple ones are just as much as the ones that you have to spend hours on. Oh, I hear the cat's got the zoomies. We have hardwood floors upstairs here, and she just starts in and, ooh, there's wet paint in there. We did get some nice metal shelves out of my workplace. They couldn't take all the furniture and stuff from our building up to the existing one that I'll be working at. It's a really big center. Like I was the only customer service rep down here at this one, and up there there's 5 more than besides me. So it's a big center. I have 2 drivers, they have 8. But you could do this with any color. If you wanted your beads a different color. I did start to make some different colored wax. I made a light color, or like a beige color. And I like the like streaky look. That's my thing. The streaky, and it's got dark wax in the middle of it. Between the little half balls. So the longer you leave it on, the longer it will stain, the wood. And then it has to cure for at least, I would say, at least 3 days. Wouldn't you, Lori? So it doesn't come off in your hands when you pick up the item. So I think what I want to do, I know this seems so backwards. We're going to take a little bit of white paint. Not that brush. Take a smaller brush. Just barely some on there. Sometimes you have to do things in layers to get it to look like you want. Normally I would take this off and put a wire one on to put beads on it. But since there's all these half beads around it, I don't think I want to take away from it. Too much paint. Yeah, Lori agrees. Because then that puts a hard finish. You know, like when you paint metal, how it'll come off if you nick it. So that wax helps put a coat, a hard coat on your project so it's protected. So now we need to do the sides. So here's what we got. Oh, let's do the wax paper. Or do it this way. So it says Farm Sweet Farm. It's got a picture of a barn. So now look at the sides. Don't want to forget those. So even though I waxed all this, I will probably do a spray poly on it to help protect the paper. If you wanted to, you could take this off and drill holes and put wire through it. Put beads on there if you want more beads. Ribbon. I think it'd look good too with a little thicker rope. There we go. I think I will put. What does that look like? It's cracked. That's weird. Oh well. I think I will put a layer of Mod Podge on there just to help it seal for the night before anything else gets on it. Okay, was that Mod Podge? Yep. I'm going to put white paint on it. So I told everybody the other night, this big thing of Mod Podge. Use your when they give you a 50% coupon at Joann's, it ends up being like $22, which is a good price. I have that one. I have a 32 ounce in the other room, and then Floyd got me another one of these. He goes, I had to go to Joann's and I had a coupon, so we had to use it. Thank you, Patty. Patty says, very nice. Looks like it was maybe an old picture and the page got torn. Go. So between the Mod Podge and the wax, we ought to have a nice finish on this in the morning. I do like to dry it just a little bit right away so it doesn't soften that paper back up. I gotta look for my bifocals if I look at my phone. There we go. So now that paper looks like it's got a finish on it. I like it. Think we should do anything on the hanger? Going the wrong way. I don't think so. I used to put bows up here. My bows are too big. So have you guys got to watch much of the event today? All the farm projects? I know Lisa was making, she had little pails making little piggies and cows. Those were cute. Got too much wax, just take a clean brush or a rag and get it off there. Well, wipe on, wipe off, wipe on, wipe off. Story of our lives. There's barely any paint on my brush. There we go. Wrong lid. How many people just walk away and leave their stuff all over their counter when they craft? You guys just walk away from it? Sometimes I do. I've just had a tiring day and I just say poof and shut off the lights, turn off. Have I made my own stencils? I've made my own stencils with like scrapbook paper that's real stiff, like cardstock. But it's like just a one or twice use. You need to clean, Lori. What's your excuse? You're home all day. I'm just busting your chops. Many, many nights I will just, when I say goodnight to you guys, I literally turn out the lights, shut the door. Have to shut the door because that kitten won't stop getting in my stuff. We have the cubbies that are back here behind me. There's one down there that doesn't have a the little canvas bin in it. And she'll go behind it and then she comes out in the corner and oh, that cat. She's gonna drive me nuts. But she's cute. All right, I know I'm the last person, so I am gonna stop just a little bit early if you guys don't mind. Oh, busy week with appointments, yeah. So this is our project. Farm Sweet Farm with a picture of a barn and some trees. Not hard. Make it your own. But if you need to know any of the products that I used tonight, let me know and I can tell you. We used Mod Podge. We used Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo. Thank you, Anita. We used Howard's Dark Wax. They have two waxes, and one's light, one's dark. Happy Easter, Patty. Thanks for having that. I'm back. Thank you. I'm glad I'm back too. So I am streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time now. So if something ever goes wrong on Facebook, I will just hop on over and see me on YouTube. My name is the same over on there, Our Backroom Creations. And I'd love for you to go over there and subscribe and ring that little bell. But here's Howard's. It's the dark wax. My wax and some chalk paint in full part. Hi, Ricky. Here's what we made tonight, Ricky. Just wrapping up. It says Farm Sweet Farm. Happy Easter, Michelle. I hope you guys have a great weekend, whether you spend it home alone with your hubby or your significant other, or that you're going to meet family. Travel safe. Thank you, Ricky. And don't forget, if you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, make sure you join because it's lots and lots of inspiration and a really nice community to belong to. So you guys have a good night, good weekend, good Easter, and I'll see you next week. Night, guys.